Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about the Ninth Doctor, Christopher Eccleston, saying he is a dinosaur and that middle-aged white actors are industry pariahs. He's a little late to the party.
I was going to say, you're a little past the middle-aged part, but you know.
A little bit. The sentiment, though, we're going to talk about that because that has been coming up a lot lately, that you're no longer fashionable. Now, whether or not that factors into Eccleston not being able to find roles or whether or not the rumors of him being pretty difficult to work with, you know, factor into it as well. Who knows? But we're going to talk about it. It made the news last night. And I was like, oh my God, Christopher Eccleston's in the news. 1 and 2, Christopher Eccleston's in the news.
No, they'll cancel him. They'll cancel him for this, but they'll let Ezra Miller keep going.
Exactly. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 270,000 subs. Won't you please join us in the wreath? Hit the subscribe button. We do talk about Doctor Who, not as much as we used to because I don't give a shit about the show. It's basically dead to me. I always did like Christopher Eccleston's Ninth Doctor. I think he should have gotten more time, but that was his choice to leave. He basically rage quit the show after the first season, and his acting career has been pretty spotty since then, I guess. You know, unfortunately, he played Destro in G.I. Joe.
Right, I do remember.
Without a mask for most of the movie, but yeah.
Yeah, I was just reading though, he said quite rightly, I'm a dinosaur now. So he apparently thinks it's okay that he's a dinosaur.
Well, kind of. Let's talk about this. So this has made the rounds. I thought it was just like, okay, it's just like an offhand remark he made, but a lot of outlets have been covering it. He said he believes that white middle-class male straight actors like him are the new pariahs of the industry.
Well, we've heard this from many other people. And a lot of people I know, I can tell you, from people we talk about in Hollywood, there are a lot of people that feel this way, but they refuse to say anything about it because they don't want to get the backlash and they're afraid it's going to damage their chances. We've had several people anonymously have stories out there in the news about how, you know, they were told they weren't allowed, their agent won't call them anymore because they're the wrong color or the wrong, you know, gender. And it's an ongoing issue.
It started with publishing first, I think. I mean, we kind of saw it on the publishing side of things that they looked at not just the project, but they looked at your identity. And if you weren't the right kind of person, basically that was the litmus test. Okay, what kind of person are you? Are you the correct kind of person current year? Okay, if you are, you can move on to step B, which is the book any good or will it sell? And even then, you can get past step B and go back to A and be like, are you the right kind of person? Right. You know, so then that moved on to Hollywood.
But this is interesting because he's like kind of talking out both sides of his mouth with this one.
Yeah, he is. I think he's saying what he actually feels, but he's also afraid of getting canceled himself. Yeah.
Kidding.
The 58-year-old former star of Doctor Who and many other British TV shows over a 30-year career told The Times, quite rightly, I'm a dinosaur now. I'm white, I'm middle-aged, I'm male, and I'm straight. We're all seen through the lens of Harvey Weinstein, and I can feel the opportunities are shrinking, as they should do.
But that doesn't make sense. I can't get work, because he goes on about how he needs work. But that's totally fine. You should.
You should judge all of us by Harvey Weinstein.
Right.
Like, what?
I think maybe what he's meaning is we need more diversity, so I can kind of understand why there's less opportunities, because we're trying to open up to more people. But I think that might be what he's meaning, but it's really phrased oddly.
Yeah, so I've lived off the fat of the land for 30 years of my career, but I still have to pay my mortgage. I still have to support my kids, so I don't welcome the uncertainty at all. The unpredictability was far more welcome to a younger person. So which is it, Mr. Eccleston? Because, you know, you're saying, hey, this kind of sucks, being on the receiving end of this and not getting phone calls anymore. But, you know, they're totally right in making sure that they think we're all sexual predators and racists.
You know, no, I think what he's trying to say is that there's less opportunities because they're trying to be more diverse. And he thinks that's correct, but it's hurting him. So he's trying to get a dig in there, but trying to be like, but I'm on your side. You know,
there's a lot of this, and everybody's like, I'm on your side until the cancel culture comes for them, you know, and...
Well, the last part he said, he told Times Radio yesterday, I say to any young actor, you're not more important than anyone else on the set. Agreed.
Yeah.
That's why I do it, because I want to be part of a team. I want it to be equal. So you're right. There should be less roles, and I shouldn't getting jobs, but I want to be on your team. I don't think I'm better than you, and you shouldn't think you're better than me. We all can be equal. And it's like, well, I agree with that. I mean, there should be more opportunities, but it should be equal. That's not how it actually goes.
No. So this has been a discussion going on for the last couple of years now in the mad dash for more diversity and inclusion, which, hey, there's nothing wrong with having different kinds of people in front of and behind the camera.
I think it's a good thing as long as it's done organically and, not just for a agenda.
Right. But what's been going on in Hollywood is they've had, and this is Hollywood. We're not dealing with, the BBC, but in Hollywood, they've had the mandates and the BBC is doing the same. Actually, they're worse about it. But they have the mandates where you have to have a certain percentage of people behind and in front of the camera have to be a certain demographic and has to hit a certain demographic. And the logic behind it, supposed to be, and again, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. The logic is, we want more people to see themselves on screen. Okay, fantastic. No pun intended. Except that what actually happens is, reverse racism, where it's like, okay, well, we're going to exclude you from roles because you're not the right kind of person. We're not going to pick up this show, which has happened at Disney. They flat said, yeah, we had fantastic pitches we didn't pick up because...
Yeah, the person that is replacing... the guy that got fired by Chapek is the one who said that. Yeah. Yeah,
people were... just side tangent, because we're not doing another... Dana Walden is replacing Peter Rice at Disney. And people said that they were getting rid of... And a couple of people have said this, and I'm not sure where they're getting this from. And look, I'd love in this case to be proven incorrect.
We would like that to be the case.
But they said that this is Disney trying to get rid of the wokeness, the quote-unquote wokeness at Disney, and go back to being apolitical. I'm like, that is not what's going on here, because his replacement is actually one of these people that was pushing for, shows only getting picked up if they hit certain criteria. And another guy they got rid of who told Disney to be apolitical got replaced literally with a Biden administration.
A vaccine person.
Yeah.
That ran one of their campaign people.
Like a PR campaign for that.
So they're doubling down on people. They're doubling down on, and I'm telling you, as someone who sees the Disney Parks blog and some of the different things they're pushing, they are pushing that inclusion key so hard, it's ridiculous. Every other day, there's another story on Disney Parks blog about so-and-so for the inclusion key, and here's this person who's pushing diversity and inclusion in this park or in this area of the company. And they did that Reimagine Tomorrow thing that got leaked out after the thing with Florida happened. It's not a matter of not doubling down on that. They are. I think he got rid of him because I think that there was some other fishy stuff that he felt was fishy stuff going on. So he got rid of him because he's afraid he was gunning for his job or trying to cause trouble or something like that. And the board supposedly backed him on this. So there's more to it. But I do not think it's solely for that reason. I really don't. And I'm hoping that we're wrong. I really want to be wrong on this one, but I really don't think I am. And you are, given what I'm seeing on the other all around it.
Yeah, it's not going to get better. I mean, I think that we have companies like Netflix that are walking it back out of necessity, and I think really what it's going to take is, there's going to have to be, pushback. And I'm not saying pushback, and I'll be very clear because people are going to misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying pushback against diversity. I mean, hell, this is the most popular sitcoms of all time have been diverse. I mean, you look at...
I know. Before the last few years.
And none of us sat and thought about, oh my God, look at all these black and gay shows that are popular on TV. Well, that's great for diversity and inclusion. Nobody really talked about it. They're like, yeah, Cosby Show's pretty good. Fresh Prince
no one cared. They were just okay, I like that show.
Yeah, right? So you're making problems where there weren't problems. But in this case, it is sad because I'm looking at the comments.
Oh, yeah, the comments are shit.
And some people I won't read this one first. This is Pixel Dot, who says, I know he's written about the horrible depression he struggles with, as well as other difficulties. I wish he really knew how much the roles he's already given us are appreciated. I was rewatching the Doctor Dances, and that burst of joy at the end still gets me every time. I so wish he truly believed in himself and how much he's given to all of us. And then we have Anonymous. The proverb, when you're accustomed to privilege, equality feels like oppression comes to mind. Take a seat, Eccleston.
Yeah, somebody who's too cowardly to put their name on it. So,
if he thinks he's a pariah, maybe it's because of his retrograde comments implying that to finally enter to finally entering a level playing field and casting regarding race, gender, age is something malicious to hurt him. Dude, stop playing the victim.
Hey, JK, guess what? Before a few years ago when the stupid narrative started, people were cast all the time for roles, and it wasn't, and it was just like diversity was organic. Whoever was best for the role got it. And a lot of times it wasn't straight white men. And you know what? Nobody cared. They still wouldn't watch the movie because you're casting now based on things that you would have said several years ago you don't do because it's racism, sexism, etc.
Somebody posted this on like a social justice board or something, because I'm looking at the comments. We've got, why is this opportunity a zero-sum game? Why is an opportunity for someone taking away one that would have been available for him? Shouldn't we be seeing a golden age of opportunities for everyone? Wasn't that the goal of everyone? No. On the right, it's growing markets for profit. And on the left, it's ensuring previously excluded folks are getting through the door.
But it used to be both.
It used to be both because equality is about giving people a chance. We're in an equity stage now, which is about working backwards to achieve a specific
Yes,
result.
I agree with that.
There's no such thing as forced diversity.
Want to bet? Wait, you gotta put more diversity in these shows or you're istophobes. There's no such thing as forcing people to do diversity. We're gonna boycott. We're gonna cancel you if you don't. What are they talking about? We're not forcing them to do anything.
Ah, God. As they should do, Tom Evans. Doesn't read to me that he likes it, just that he acknowledges it's morally correct. You can dislike something and still know it's right. What?
Well, that is how it comes across.
That is.
Tom's not wrong here.
But it's like, is it morally correct? I mean, is it really morally?
That's the thing. They keep going by this assumption that finally it's being fair, but it was fair for years. I mean, people were cast all the time. There were movies all the time that had different diverse characters or had different types of leads that weren't white or male or straight, and nobody thought anything of it. Everybody still went to see the movies because they were good movies. Shows, same thing. They're acting like that never happened until now.
We've got this person, his loss of roles could be for many reasons, but hearing an old straight white man complain about being irrelevant when the world is run by old white men is laughable. There are plenty more roles for older white men than for women or minorities of the same age bracket, so I don't really care about his complaints. The problem is it's not just him. This has been happening for at least the last 5 or 6 years. And again, I do agree it doesn't have to be a zero-sum game.
I agree with that too.
Yeah, I think that everybody should be given the same opportunities. And I think that you are going to have some shows organically that are going to be more diverse just based on the creators and
That's what was so great about voice acting, because it didn't matter. Like the person that would cast, people wouldn't even look at them. That she'd have her back turned, and then you talk, and then if you put the character, then she'd put you in. And now you can only play you can't play characters unless they're exactly like you, even in voice acting.
Yeah, I mean that's a whole nother. We've done videos on that. Yeah, weirdly enough, back in the 1980s, two prominent little blonde girls in cartoons. Penny from Inspector Gadget and Rainbow Bright were both played by black actresses.
You know what? And it doesn't faze me at all.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't care. A lot of times people that are doing voices for characters, you see girls playing boys all the time. You sometimes have dudes playing women, and it's completely fine. I mean, if it's a good right voice for the character, who the fuck cares? But that's what's going on here. Again, I'm just tired of this. It's like, I'm just sick of it. Even when you have you're claiming you want something, and then when you have a prime example like voice acting, it's still not good enough for you, and you have a shit fit about that too.
Yeah. So it's I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, it's just this is the way.
Let them fail. Keep losing money.
Yeah, keep losing money. I mean, I wish Christopher Eccleston luck, but I'm also like, this is a guy who nuked the bridge on Doctor Who, and then he went back years later and he started doing shows and he started doing audio dramas and stuff like that. But he had disdain for Doctor Who.
Well, he did his own damage to himself on that. I mean, it could be partly because he's not getting calls because of that, which we said at the beginning. But I want to say one thing before we wrap it up. I'm afraid Hollywood is going to have the wrong takeaway from this. I think what's going to happen is their takeaway is going to be that people don't want to see, they only want to see people like white straight men on the screen, and that's why they're not coming to the movies. That's not the truth. That's not what's going on. People just wanted to go back to where it was, where, don't make it put diversity in it. Put the best person for the job in the position, whether it be in front of the camera or behind the camera, and then give us good things we want to watch, and then make it, but don't tell us what to think. Just let us make our own minds up if we want to see it or not. If you stop doing that, you're going to have a lot less pushback. And I don't want them to shove other people out that shouldn't be shoved out because they think that they're trying to overcompensate. You know what I'm saying? Just go back to how it was. And maybe just make sure there's a little more diversity offered that's completely organic.
Yeah, that makes sense. Put more chairs around the table. You don't have to kick the legs out from underneath somebody else to do it.
And if somebody's really qualified for a position, let them have it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Even if they're a white guy.
Who cares? If they can do the job, they can do the job. Right?
Exactly.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Now he's just tasty, delicious, rotten flesh meat, which I can consume. Don't read into it too much.
Just like our museum, the cafe's open and Brewster is eager to serve. I don't think this was in the show. Run. Oh, you got splatted. Oh, she was begging and you kicked her in the face.
I don't care.
Hey guys, Squid King here, and today we're in a...
Not girl boss at all. She is not a material girl.
She is not. Oh, it's Christmas time here in your mom. Nobody wants to join your mom.
What?
Like I can't even cook kid cuisine right. I would last about 2 minutes with Gordon Ramsay.
What? Where is he?
He's hiding. He's hiding from you.
He better.
Oh my God, you got the axe.
Walker, does this look like Steven Universe? Let me punch him. Well, I'm just here for the wax. Right where you belong.
Get in the dirt.
Well, that was a combination of events I probably shouldn't have put together. Anyways, let's open this bottle too.
Chica Pinata. Is that official?
Oh, no.
There's a bootleg.
Hello. Ooh, sorry.
Hey guys, it's Diamond Tool.
Let's make a farm.
Like and subscribe and buy my merch.
I mean, while you're here, you guys should like really like and subscribe and buy our merch, all of which we have.
That is true. You can't run them carrying trash. You can get away with one F-bomb per PG-13 movie.
Oh, I wish I'd known that sooner.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap this effer up.
Yes.